Welcome everyone to Carver Middle School's orientation for our back to school. On Monday, this Monday, we're going to go back to some of our students and families have opted to come back to brick and mortar, and we welcome you there. And I'd like to take this opportunity, Dr. Hunt is my name, Dean of Students, to welcome our esteemed guests who are going to walk us through the process of what that's going to look like. So up first, I'd like for us to say hello to our principal, Ms. Edwards. Ms. Edwards, would you like to say something to our group?
Yes, good evening, students, and welcome to Carver Middle School. I am so excited to see you on September 21st on Monday. I am Ms. Edwards, and I am your proud principal here at Carver Middle School. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Edwards. And at this time, also, I'd like to introduce you all to our other administrators. So we have Ms. Boileau, who is our 7th grade AP. Thank you, Ms. Boileau. We have Mr. Harrington, who is our 6th grade assistant principal. Along with him on the same shot is Mr. Jones, our dean. Mr. Jones. And then we also have our 8th grade assistant principal, Ms. Brown. Hi, Ms. Brown.
Hi.
Hey. So with that, we're going to start rolling, and we're actually going to start talking about first, when you all get to school, what that process will look like. Many of us actually take the bus to get to school. So Mr. Harrington is going to talk to us about what bus arrival will look like. Mr. Harrington.
Thank you very much. Hello, Carver Eagles. I just want to let you know that we're so excited to have you coming back to school. One of the most important things that we want to talk about is transportation. I know we have about 13 buses that come to Carver Middle School to bring students to school every day. What is important that you understand that when you come to school, unlike previous years, we used to just allow you to get off the bus. But this time around, we're going to ask that students, when you come to campus, that you will remain on the bus until someone from the school dismisses you to do that. There's a couple of different reasons for that. The first one is that we want to make sure that you are following the social distancing guidelines. The other thing is that we're trying to make sure that you are wearing a mask. We want to make sure that everyone has a mask or facial covering for the purpose of protecting everyone from the COVID virus. And we're also directing you to your grab and go breakfast locations. So when you come, we're gonna ask that you are a little patient with us so that we can do those things to make sure that you are safe when you come to school. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Harrington. And at this time, I'd like to bring back up Ms. Edwards, who is again our principal, and she's going to be actually at the front every day, welcome you in if you're a parent pickup. Ms. Edwards, what are some changes or some things that are different about parent pickup this year?
Okay, at Carver, every day, especially now, we want to make sure our students are safe. There are signs to ensure families adhere to the no cell phone policy to ensure drivers are alert. We also have a number of personnel to ensure that drivers are mindful of pedestrians walking by the crosswalk from the parking lots and bike racks. As students enter campus from these areas, the students will proceed from the front of the building between buildings 1 and 2. So when you exit your car, students, you will walk between buildings 1 and 2 if you're coming as a car rider.
Ms. Edwards, thank you so much. And I would like to, at this time, have an opportunity for us to also discuss the fact that we still have breakfast every morning for all of our students. To share with us that information, I'm going to bring up Ms. Brown, again, our 8th grade AP, Ms. Brown.
Hello, Carver family. I am Ms. Brown, 8th grade assistant principal. So for our students, you will have the opportunity to receive breakfast each morning. There is no charge for breakfast at this time. We will have 3 grab and go breakfast locations. Students will pick up breakfast based on the location of their first period class. For example, if a student has a first period class that is in building 10, their breakfast location will be between buildings 10 and 7. Breakfast should be eaten as students are transitioning to their classes, and trash should be placed in the appropriate trash cans throughout the courtyard. Thank you.
Ms. Brown, thank you for that. Appreciate you. And of course, with everything else, there's going to be some revision to our schedule. So to discuss that, I would like to bring up Ms. Boileau, our 7th grade AP. Ms. Boileau, what's going to be different about our bell schedule from the beginning of the year till now?
Hi, so currently we are working in virtual. As of next week, we will be working in simultaneous instruction. In other words, our teachers will be teaching virtually and teaching students who come to the campus. With that said, our schedule is going to change. We will go from the 1 half-hour lunch period we have right now into a five different grade level lunches. Each lunch will be during your 3rd period. So therefore, the time of your classes will change to accommodate the new lunch schedule. Students at home will follow the new schedule as well. So your 3rd period teachers will be the ones to share with you your specific lunch time during their class. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Barlow, for that. And Ms. Barlow was talking to us about not only changes to our schedules for our classes, but also some enhancements and changes for lunch. So I'd like to bring up Mr. Harrington, who's going to discuss with us what lunch now looks like. Mr. Harrington.
Sure. So as Ms. Barlow mentioned, there's 5 lunches. Each one of those lunches are 30 minutes long. But what you need to understand is that we're going to ask you to do a few things differently this time around. The first thing we're going to ask you to do is make sure that you're escorted to the cafeteria by your teacher. You should not be coming to the cafeteria alone and walking independently. You should be waiting for those directions from your teachers. The second thing is to follow the traffic signs that are in the cafeteria. We will be giving you directions on which table you're assigned to, as well as telling you which lines you will be able to go to. There's also markings on the tables that indicate whether or not you can sit in a specific space or not. So it's very important that you follow these directions. Again, all of this is done for your safety. So we're asking that you follow the safety precautions that we have in place for you, and so that everyone is safe. Thank you.
Mr. Harrington, thank you for that. And I'm actually going to leave this right here because our next person to talk to us about some of those really important changes is Mr. Jones. And Mr. Jones, you're going to walk through for us, if you don't mind, how is our transitions in our courtyard going to be a little bit different when the students return on Monday?
So anyway, first of all, I would like to say welcome back. We miss you guys and looking forward to seeing you. As you know, the 7th and 8th graders already know in the past, previously, when you transition to classes through the courtyard, you could go in any direction. Well, now, in keeping up with the COVID-19 precautions, the students and the staff transition is going to be in a one-way pattern through the courtyard. There are signs throughout the courtyard that will assist you while maintaining the traffic flow. Again, welcome back, Eagles.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Jones. And aside from our transitions for our courtyard that are different, our hallway transitions are different too. So our campus is an unusual design. We have many buildings. For example, building 2 is expressly for our 7th grade group versus building 10 is mostly for our 6th grade. Mr. Harrington, could you please explain to us that when students are transitioning within our hallways, what are the expectations?
So the expectation now is that the hallways are one directional. In years past, you can go in and out of one door. This time around, students are going to be required to go in one door and exit throughout the other door. And so you may have a class in building 2 and room 2105, and room 2105, and you got to get to 2101. You're going to have to go out the exit door, come all the way around, and get back into the building to get to room 2101. So I know that's a bit cumbersome for some people, but remember, we're following safety precautions, we're following social distancing guidelines, and we're making sure that everyone is safe during this pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And as you can see, we have signage throughout our buildings in order for us to understand that. And we also have signage within our classrooms as well. So I'd like to bring up our esteemed 8th grade principal, Ms. Brown, who's going to talk to us about classroom social distancing.
Hello, everybody. It's Ms. Brown again. So the number of students within a classroom will be based on the square footage of the classroom space. Desks have been moved apart and marked to ensure that social distancing is occurring. If there are more students than space, we have incorporated overflow classrooms that have been created so that students will receive their instruction in the overflow classroom using their electronic devices that have been provided to them already. The students in the overflow rotation throughout the week will rotate. This way we can ensure that all students have equal access to classroom spaces. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Brown. And absolutely right. We're still in the business of educating our children, and we want to make sure they have everything possible. So as it says on the ticker below, we're going to work as paperless as possible. Please make sure you bring your materials and those Chromebooks with you each and every day, and the headphones is also a must. As we move along in our presentation, we'd like to discuss from time to time, of course, students are going to have to use the facilities. So I'm going to bring up our 7th grade AP, Ms. Boileau, who will discuss what that process looks like. Ms. Boileau.
Hey, Eagles, here I am again. So a couple things I want to talk to you about. One is the bathroom. So the restrooms will be closed during transitions between classes. We are doing that for safety purposes. Once you get to your class, your next class period, and you have to use the restroom, you will be able to ask your teacher for permission, and you will get a pass from that teacher that will then permit you to go to the restroom. However, you need to keep in mind that here at Carver, we have what we call the 10-10 rule. That means there's no movement to or from the bathrooms or from the to or from the classrooms the first 10 minutes of class or the last 10 minutes of class. That is so you are in class, settled and attentive, so your teacher can begin the lesson and get you started. Also, you as students will have that pass your teacher gives to you, and you will need to keep that pass with you because they will be checked and monitored throughout the day. When you return to class, you will give the pass back to your teacher. They will keep those for records because we have to contact trace in case we have to contact trace. Also, you will all be given IDs. You will get new IDs, student IDs with a lanyard, and you must wear those every day, all day long while you are on campus. If you have any questions about any of these things, you can see your APs, your grade level APs, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Boileau. We appreciate you. And at this time, again, one really important issue is making sure that we are safe in terms of our other parts of our facilities, including our water fountains. And I'd like to bring back Mr. Jones to discuss those changes. Mr. Jones.
Hi, once again. To protect all members of our campus, everyone is encouraged to carry a water bottle, since our water fountains throughout the campus are closed. Now, with that being said, we have high expectations of our students. Once you complete drinking the water, it is expected of you to place the water bottles in the garbage, which is the proper place. And also, our expectations are for you guys not to play games with them. Once you bring the bottles on campus, please place them in your backpack, and you can pull them out as needed. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Jones. Very good guidance on the proper use of our facilities with those water fountains. And you'll notice throughout the campus, you're going to see caution tape, just as a reminder of which areas are off limits, the benches where we cannot sit at the moment, and also those water fountains that we cannot use. So we've reached pretty much the end of our broadcast. So we want to talk about what happens at the end of our day. So I'm going to bring back Ms. Brown, who's going to discuss with us our dismissal procedures. Ms. Brown.
Thank you. Throughout the campus, we will have personnel located on each post to ensure that students are not clustering together. Additionally, dismissal will be staggered. Students and staff will await the announcements for their bus number and other modes of transportation before leaving their class. Thank you, and remember, all Eagles will soar.
Thank you very much, Ms. Brown. Thank you very much, our administrative team, for walking us through what those expectations are. If you have any questions as you go along, please feel free to visit us on our school website and reach out to us also by phone. You can contact the school as well. So with that, that's the end of our broadcast. Thank you for joining.